What up YouTube? So today I have this tutorial for you guys and it is on this cut crease look. I did get a request on how I did a previous eye look and it is very similar to this look. The technique is the same, everything else is the same, it's just the range of colors that I decided to go with today. I kind of wanted to do different colors just because I don't like repeating looks that I've done already. So I kind of wanted to switch it up. And plus you guys have seen that look and I just wanted to bring something different to you guys today. So it's the same technique, a cut crease, a pretty dragged out winged cut crease, just with different colors. I'm feeling this look. I like it. It's like a lavender tone going on. I am here for it. If you requested this tutorial, I hope it helps you out. If you do try it out, please let me know. I would love to see your recreations. If you want to see how I created this cut crease, then just keep on watching. I brought you guys in super close because I want you to be able to see. So don't mind all of this. I'm doing a keto diet and I'm drinking a gallon of water every day. I think the water's pushing all the toxins out. Don't mind my face. It's ugly. This was the actual look that was requested. I am going to do that today. I don't necessarily want to do what I did for that look. So let's get into this. I am going to start off with the crease. So whenever I do any makeup or all makeup looks, I always start off with my brows just because it gives me a better idea of my eye shape and what I'm working with. Eyeshadow is by Milk Cosmetics in the shade Unseen, and I'm just going to apply that into my crease so it's like a transition shade. And I'm really going to use this fluffy brush to blend it out. We really want the color really diffused, really blended, and just really. So I'm just taking a little bit more and I'm focusing it right on the crease. So I'm deepening up the crease a bit more, but we're going to go in with darker eyeshadows. And then you can blend this down onto your face because we are going to clean it up later. So if you feel like you don't want it to be cut like that, just blend it down. You want to make sure everything is blended. I'm going to grab a darker shadow. This shadow, which is also by Milk Cosmetics, this is in the shade Lovesick. I'm going to take a denser brush, so something like this. It's more compact, it's not so fluffy, so the eyeshadows will be really concentrated wherever I apply them. Going back in the crease, I'm just going to start working in circular motions. So I don't want to take it or make it as diffused as the transition color, but I do kind of want to work this color into that. And it's okay if you get it on your lid because we are going to cut the crease with concealer. Then out here we just really want to get that out there. I'm going to go in with an even more precise brush. So I'm also using another Milk Cosmetics eyeshadow. This is in the shade Dark Matter. This is like the best black eyeshadow I've ever tried. It's so black, but it's so blendable. It's so easy. So with this one, I'm going to keep it right in the crease. I'm not going to take it any higher than that. I'm just going to keep it right in the crease. I'm not picking up any more eyeshadow. I'm just dusting off the excess, and then I'm just going back in and blending some more. I'm going to take the brush that I used before with no product, and I'm just going to blend the edges just so that they're not so harsh and they blend into the shadow that I've applied. And I'm just keeping it right on the black. I'm not taking it any higher. I'm not worried about down here because we will cover it with concealer. So I'm just worried about everything being blended from the crease up. Then out here I feel like I lost some of the transition shade. I am going to take Blur, which is this eyeshadow right here from Milk Cosmetics as well. This is like my brow bone shade because it matches my skin tone. So I'm taking that on a fluffy brush like so. and I'm gonna apply that to the brow bone. For me, this helps to further blend out the transition shades so that they're all blended. I kind of have the blend to what I want it to be. I could go back in and blend some more, but I don't work on my eyes until they're completed. Kind of see what the end result will be, and then complete it along the way wherever it may need be. We're gonna cut our crease right now, and I'm gonna take a Tarte concealer. I am gonna use Light Medium Honey, which is this one right here. It's not white. The lighter concealer you use, the more opaque, the more bright, the more true to color your eyeshadows will be. So that is all dependent on you. So I would recommend a light concealer if you do have one. But I am just taking that on this brush. This is by NYX. The number is gone, but it's like a brush like so. I'm going to apply it right at my lash line right there. Look up. And that is where my cut crease is going to start. Now, I'm just going to start working the concealer, create the cut crease. So because the eyeshadows are pigmented, they are going to get on the concealer, and that is okay. You can go in with more concealer to cover up that pigmentation. I'm like concentrating really hard in here. Okay, I need a mirror. Who am I trying to be? Who am I trying to be? So I feel like doing that technique for cut creases, where you apply it on your lash line and look up, is really going to give you a very accurate where your cut crease should start. Because if you don't, you can take it too high to where it looks kind of weird, or you can take it too low to where it looks kind of weird. Whereas naturally you want to take it to where your crease would be. When I start to work it towards the outer part of my eye, I stay within the crease. So I follow whatever line that would be. It's like hard to explain kind of, but basically you want to follow where your natural crease would go. So when it comes to out here, I take my time. Like I look back and forth in the mirror just to make sure that it's even, it's seamless. The only way you could know that is by practicing. Like there's nothing I could tell you that could be like, oh, make sure it's like 2 inches away from your brow. Everyone's eye shape is different. It's really just practicing and knowing your eye shape. So that is what we have so far. And when I get up here, I kind of just like wing it. So like eyeliner, basically like eyeliner, I just kind of just wing it like that. Then once I have that line created, I'll reinforce it with some more concealer, and then whatever I have left, I'll just drag it down. So that's how I have been cutting my crease lately. Normally, or before, prior to this, I would just cut my crease in here and then just add dark eyeshadow, but lately I've been taking her out. Once we have the cut crease down, I go back in with whatever eyeshadow, the darkest eyeshadow that I'm using, which is obviously the eyeshadow that is closer to the cut crease. So for today, that would be the black eyeshadow. I'm taking it on this small brush. This is by Morphe. This is the E35. And I'm just going to pick some up. And going along the crease, I'm going to deepen up that line. And I'm just reinforcing that line. So the thing about a cut crease is you want it to be cut because it's a cut crease. So I'm just kind of going in with that dark eyeshadow to reinforce. Then I'm going to wipe off any excess. And I'm going to use this brush to just blend the dark eyeshadow up. could get some black eyeshadow back onto the concealer. I'm just going to go back in and I'm just going to reinforce. And it's just a bunch of going back and forth because now I've taken some concealer too high and then apply the concealer again. So it really is just going back and forth. So that is the cut crease part. Now, with the look that was requested, I also added shimmer to the cut crease. So I'm about to show you guys that. For this look, I'm going to use the Dose of Colors, and this is the Girls palette with the collab they did with Desi Katie. And I am going to take the shade Harpoon, which is that beautiful color right there. Yeah, her. I'm going to take her. So that's the shade that we are going to apply to our lid. So I'm going to take it on this small brush like here. I sprayed my brush and now I have the product on and now I'm going to apply it to my lid. So I first pack it on just to get the eyeshadow on the lid. I probably could use my finger, which is, look how pretty it is. Like so pretty. But I am just going to start packing it on just to cover some ground already. And I am just keeping it right on the lid. If it gets into that area where we are going to enforce the crease, that's okay because as you guys seen, concealer will just cover that up. These eyeshadows work better with your fingers, and I think it's because you can really warm up the product. Look how pretty it is. If you wanted to not do the look I did and just kind of like make it super easy, you could just cover up the whole cut crease. So this is also why I do my eye makeup first and then my face, because all of this I can get super messy. Not normally, but whenever I do looks like these, I tend to take it there. I am going to take a brush like this, and this is what's going to help create, if you guys can see that, this is what's going to help create that line that we want. So now I'm going to take an even lighter concealer, like practically white. So you really want a thin brush to do this. I'm just going to do this very slowly. Just bring that line back. So I am just going to work with this super slowly. And using a thin brush like this is what's really going to help you. Take that and you are going to go back and forth again just because concealer, dark shadow. You just want everything to be clean. So what also could help you create this line is if you have like a white felt tip eyeliner, or you know, whatever color you want to use. You don't have to use a concealer. So I feel like the inner part of my eye over here is going to be super difficult. So I'm going to take the other side, which is just as thin, but I think it's more thinner. Yeah, I needed that. So as you can see, the concealer looks kind of shaky, and it is. It's just because it's not clean. Take eyeshadow, and I'll probably take some of the glitter shimmer shade as well to really make that line as sharp as possible. So on the top, I feel like it's pretty good. So I'm just picking it up on that brush that I tried to use earlier, and I'm just making that concealer line. So now I'm going to take a black liquid eyeliner. This one is by Sephora. This is their Noir Black eyeliner long lasting eyeliner. So I'm going to take this and I am going to draw a wing. Yeah, we're going all out. So this is a liquid eyeliner. We're going to do a pretty thick wing. So we're doing a thick wing. So, and I really like this eyeliner just because it dries matte and it's like really gonna stand out. Alright. And that is how I do a cut crease. I hope it helped you guys kind of understand a little bit more about the cut crease. So I am going to finish up the other side. Well, finish up. We have to get started. All finished. This is a finished look. These are both of the eyes done. Every time I recreate or do a look that I've done before, I somehow never want to do it exactly the same. There'll be tweaks here and there, different colors, totally different, you know, products used. As you can see, it's super dramatic. I really hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you guys have any other requests, just leave them down below or in any of my other videos, and I would try to get to them as soon as possible. If you want to keep up with me elsewhere, I am on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at Bryyykayyy. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please subscribe. That would help me a lot. Thumbs up if you like these kinds of videos. I definitely want to give you a variety on here, and it would help me a lot to kind of know the gist of what you guys want. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in my next one.